What's up, everybody? How's it going? Yeah, gotta make a good entrance, right? Welcome to art class. So, today, I'm gonna show you some cool stuff. I'm gonna show you how to do some really neat block lettering, or like bubble letters, some people call it. So, yeah, let's just get right into it. We're here in the classroom. If you're a Riverside friend, maybe you might be missing your classroom. It's still here, all right? Waiting for you. So you'll be back here very soon. And since we're here, I thought I'd just show you some of my artwork over here. Yeah, we got a nice mandala up there. That's like pattern art. We got a mega shiny Gengar right there. That's a Pokemon I drew last year. And guess what? That's a Pokemon that I drew when I was in 6th grade, I think. That's kind of funny, huh? Come a long way, I think. Practice. Lots of cool frogs. I love making frogs. We got a couple wizard frogs going on. And oh yeah, look at that one. That's me and my family riding on the frog. You know, just eating pizza and slushies and stuff. No big deal. So yeah, just wanted to show you some of that. It's fun to share our art, isn't it? So we got a new setup, so I'm still kind of figuring this out. Here we go. I'm going to get a bigger paper so you can see it a little better. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do some cool lettering, block letters or bubble letters, whatever you want to call it. Now, this used to be really hard for me, and now, to be honest with you, when I write block letters, they look a lot neater than my actual handwriting. Go figure. What I'm trying to tell you is that it's just a practice thing, all right? It's going to start out feeling really unnatural and weird. The more you do it, you can just whip them out like crazy. I'm going to give you a tip on how to start, okay? You know what? I've been doing this with my name all day. I want to do a different word. I'm going to write pizza. So get a pencil first. And this is going to be your guideline. You just write your letters nice and big, kind of space them out a little bit, but make sure you have enough room that you're not going to go off the page. And write kind of lightly, because you want to erase it later probably. All right? Now here is the extra super special trick that I'm going to teach you. You get a marker, colored pencil, or even just do it with your pencil if that's all you got. But whatever you're going to use to make your letters, we're drawing around the letters. I like to imagine it's like my line's like a little guy that is running around, around, okay? You see that? I'll do it a few more times. In some letters, like the P, you have the space in the middle that you want to do also. Okay. If you missed that, just keep watching. It's easier than you think. I'm tracing around the letter. You see that? It's like that. You're not touching the pencil line, you're just going right around it. And you can make your edges more round. Like I'm doing kind of square corners, but you can make them round and bubbly and wiggly, however you want to do it. This also like can be considered like, some people call it graffiti style art, right? Graffiti art doesn't necessarily mean you're doing something that's against the law, right? Graffiti art is like a style of art, and sometimes people will have a building, like in a city, and they'll pay an artist to come do some cool words on the side of the building, and it's okay because it's their building. Like here at Riverside, me and some students a few years ago made a big painting on the wall by the gym that says Riverside, and it's like graffiti style art. Right? That's just a style. So I outlined my letters, and now I can erase the pencil lines. And it feels like cheating, but it's not. It's just being smart. It's just using techniques. That's not cheating. So I got these perfect, sweet bubble letters. Well, maybe not perfect, because I'm not perfect, and nobody's perfect, but they're pretty good. Just like me, just like you. We're pretty good, and that's good. All right, pizza. So there's a lot of different directions we can go with this, all right? I'm just going to start playing with it and see where it takes me. You can do it exactly like I'm doing or do something completely different, however you want to do it. I do want to show you one thing though, which is called a drop shadow, okay? Or just a shadow, all right? So this is going to make your letters kind of look 3D without all the headache of trying to make these like weird blocky lines that can get so confusing. So I'm going to take a darker color, like purple. And my shadows are going to be just on one side. Okay? Let's imagine whenever you're doing something with shading or shadows, you want to imagine a light source. That means where the light is coming from. You don't have to draw this, but I'm just drawing this as a reminder. So imagine there's a light over here that's shining the light on the letters, okay? And then the shadow is going to be on the other side. Watch what that's going to look like. Put a shadow on this side of the P. See that? The light's over here, the shadow is over here. And then like this. See that? Just on that side I put the shadows. And this also is going to take some practice. You're probably going to get confused about some spots and have to try some things out. And that's okay. No problem. That's what it takes. So you can see now it's almost like popping out at you, which is pretty neat. I like that. And then another thing that you can do, and this is going to start getting into picking out your color scheme, like what colors are going to look together. It's fun to pick 3 or 4 different colors that look good together, experimenting and trying things out. Some people really have a lot of skill in that. So I'm going to try a green, and what I like to do sometimes is do another outline. Watch this. But it's kind of further out and maybe a little stylish, maybe a little spiky, right? You see how I'm doing that? A little kind of funky and spiky, and I'm kind of following the letters, but not exactly. And it's just going around the whole word, right? Yes, my drawings make sound effects. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. This is giving me really something neat to work with here. And now we can start coloring. I'm going to do colored pencils. And by the way, you can start, like you can just draw with me here. This is kind of a more open lesson. So I like to think about cool colors and warm colors sometimes, so let's talk about that. Warm colors, when I was in school, this always confused me so much. But what got me to just remember it forever was the warm colors are the colors of fire, right? Like red, orange, yellow, fire, right? All the other 3 colors that we have are cool colors, okay? That's how I remember it. Sometimes it's nice to separate your warm and cool colors, and you're going to see what kind of effect that's going to have. I wonder if you have some colored pencils or even crayons, because if you don't, maybe you can get some. They're not super expensive, and you can do some cool things with these. I love these. So watch what I can do. I'm going to make this dark red and light red. Oh, it's red-orange. I just want the orange. But you know what? This just says red. This doesn't say dark red and light red. Watch how I'm going to do it. I'm pressing really hard with the pencil to make it dark. And then if I hold it very gently and color really lightly, it's light. You can barely see it, but it's there. So what I'm going to do is go dark to light. See, it's like, some people call it shading, something like that. So you can practice that dark to light. I'm going to do that the same on all my letters. Okay, getting lighter and lighter as we go up. I'll just maybe start with this letter so you can see where I'm going with this. And then you can also layer colors together. That's the other cool thing about these colored pencils is like, I can put red and orange together to make like this whole new color, like blending. You can't quite do that with other things like markers. You can a little bit, but it's not quite the same. So I'm using my warm colors, and then next I'm going to use my yellow. Oh yeah, that yellow really is making it pop. Boom, you see that warm color? This is called a gradient. Gradient is when it goes like from one color to another or darkness to lightness. Gradient. And that's really nice to use in your letters, okay? So I'm going to finish coloring these and then I'll do the background part, which I'm going to do with cool colors. And you don't have to separate it into warm and cool colors if you don't want, okay? I don't want you to think that's like the only way to set up your colors. It's just one way to do it. I want you to experiment with all different color combinations and see what works for you. I'm so glad I'm doing the word pizza. I can't tell you how many times I've done this with just Mr. M, even just today. It's nice to do something a little different. Okay, pizza! And now I'm hungry. Good job, guys. You made me hungry. Thanks. Just kidding. Okay, so I've got some cool colors. Oh, I've got even more cool colors here. And I'm going to play with these for the background. You see how I drew this line around? Well, I'm going to color in the inside here. Okay, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just going for it. I'm going to do some dark and light parts. I'm going to do some layering colors together, but I'm kind of just freestyling. In fact, I think I'll like start from the outside. Coming in. If you're using colored pencils, I like to use the side of the pencil. You see how I have it kind of on an angle? If it's up like this, it's going to take you so long to color like that. But if it's on the side, you see that? You press down a little bit, you get this nice coverage. Look at that. Okay. Now we're going to go into, I don't know where I'm going with this. Sometimes it's healthy to not care too much. Like you want to care about what you're doing, but you don't want to overthink it, right? You don't want to be like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm going to mess it up. Sometimes you got to just let it go and be like, I don't really care. I'm just going to have fun and see what happens. And sometimes when you're relaxed like that and making your art, when you're kind of like, I don't really care, just going to relax and do my thing, sometimes that's when you make the best art, to be honest. All right? That's not to say you shouldn't work hard. And that's not to say sometimes, it's not to say you shouldn't, like, care about your art in general. I'm just saying don't care so much that it's making you tense, you know, that you're worried about it. Because that's just going to get in the way. I hope you're coloring with me now. If not, that's okay, but I want you to do something. I want you to draw. I don't want you to just sit and watch me draw. It would be best if we were all kind of sitting drawing together. And we'll go into some blues. It's almost like I'm doing a rainbow, but it's just the cool colors, right? Like these colors going into each other. And then we'll go into some purple. Okay, and some people like to really slow down and make sure the coloring's perfect. Nothing wrong with that. I like to go a little quicker. It's not, I wouldn't say this is messy. It's just kind of has more of a sketchy kind of quality to it, which I like. I like that look. All right, now I'm going to look at this and say, what does this need? I think it needs a dark outline around the outside, like this. Nice. Pizza. All right, there's some cool letters. Let's just do a couple other things. This is what I see a lot of people trying to do. That's kind of difficult, but you can try it if you want. You can draw little diagonal lines coming down like that, and then figure out a way to draw them together to make it look 3D. See that? It's kind of tricky. And it takes lots of practice, but you'll get it. I like to draw little lines going this way too. That's a nice kind of letter. I like that. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap up the lesson. But that doesn't mean you have to stop, okay? I want you to keep making art and, you know, make some cool lettering stuff. So let me move my camera here again. Oh, look at this. Check this out. Whoa, that's a video of the video of the video of the video. Pretty cool, huh? All right. It's fun to get distracted, isn't it? Okay, so thanks for making some art with me. I really miss you all. Stay strong. Keep making art. It's going to help you be happy, okay? Because most of all, I want you to be happy. Message for parents or students. I've had some questions about, should I send you my art? Do I need to send it to you to get graded? The answer for that is not yet. All right, we haven't quite figured out how the grading is going to work for this. So don't worry about it. But if you do want to send me your art, you can. That's just so that I can see it. I love to see your art. And also, I'm kind of collecting them and putting them together into an online gallery, which is really cool. So if you want your art to be seen by the other students, it's just a private thing between the students. It's not like it's out for everyone to see. But if you want your art to be seen like that, send it on over, okay? So, I love you all. That's why us teachers do it, because we love you. We think you're all great. Yes, you're great, you're awesome, you're creative, and you're gonna make some really cool letters, and you learned something today. Even if it didn't work out perfectly for you, you learned something, you got a little better. Good job, pat on the back, keep going, all right? Bye-bye.